Stop wasting time in the wrong niches when it comes to running your agency. In 2026, I want to guide you away from servicing the very low, small income, tiny little niches like coaches and consultants and bring you into the big world of local businesses that are all across the United States. In this video, we're going to talk about the 7 niches that are absolutely printing fucking cash for marketing agencies. Now, the big idea here, of course, is that full service agencies are absolutely invisible. The niched agencies are closing faster, retaining longer, and charging more because their businesses that they target have much higher margins, much more real marketing budgets, like hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in repeat needs, which means almost nobody's pitching them in the right way. But there are people who are absolutely cashing in. It's like 10% of the agencies in the world make like 80% of the money. So we're going to go into the niches that are absolutely printing right now. The number one niche, and it is in your local area. I don't care where you are. You could be in Turkmenistan, and there is still somebody in your area doing this. It's med spas and aesthetic clinics. Why? Because the average client is at least spending between $1,500 and $2,000 a year, and the industry is continuing to grow every single year. This is because there are so many new products coming out. There's a ton of attention on the space, which means that the retainer range is typically between $2,000 and $5,000 a month per med spa. What's even greater about these types of businesses is a lot of the times they're franchises, or a lot of the times the owner has several locations, which means that you can work with all of them to create results. On top of that, if you have services that also work with individuals to help their marketing, you can get a med spa on and also get the clinical people within the med spa also on your services. So the digital marketing that they're investing in, well, let's talk about it. They've got the recurring treatment cycles, which means people are continuously coming in to spend money. 33% of clients have household incomes over $100,000, which means they have a lot of money, and they have highly visual services all across Instagram, which means that their appeal is great. You've got a lot of creatives that you can work with. So the services to pitch would be meta ads right off the gate. Can you run their ads better than their next guy or the random girl at the front desk who's running the ads in her spare time? The Google ads with the high intent searches, Botox near me, these types of searches, can you help facilitate those types of objectives? Reputation management. Is there a review system that needs to be implemented within the business to make sure it outranks other med spas in the area? Instagram DM, is there something that you can do to retarget and bring that money back to the business? Well, med spas are still the number one niche that I will be hitting in 2026. Number 2 is home service companies. This includes anybody servicing with a roofing, inspection related services like plumbing, siding, windows, glass, landscaping, because it's all season, all year round. Yes, it is all year round, especially when it comes to that snow time. If you've got a landscaping company that can shovel snow, you can help that particular company year round. Now let's take a look here. At $3 to $5 to $10 million a year, these businesses absolutely fucking crush it. They have big budgets, they have high tickets, which means they typically have cash to spend on you. Now, the seasonal demand spikes, which means campaign pushes during the summer is really important because that's when most of the work can get done. But a lot of these companies have been burned by bad agencies. When you are an agency operator, I want to really internalize this lesson within you. You are operating as if you are the CMO of this company. You are embedded in the decisions that you're making day to day are for that company as if you own an equity stake in it. So that means if you're pitching the services I'm about to talk about right now, you're doing it at the highest level of integrity, meaning that you know it's going to work because you've tried it, you know what you're doing, and you're going to put your best foot forward to make it happen. Paid search, SEO, Google LSA. These are still the best things to run if you have a local business. Start here, it's the foundation. They need to pop up on search. If they don't pop up on search, they're not visible to the right audience, all right? So we want to get them in front of Google. We want them to be placed in the right way. On top of that, paid search with emergency keywords, AC repair, these like a roof leak, plumbing repair, emergency type keywords that are typically on an urgency type notice are one of the most important things that you need to be activating within these companies. Now, CRM integration, lead tracking, if you can integrate the back end stuff for these companies as well, integrate with ServiceTitan and HousePro, these are some really powerful things as well. Now, if you're a young gun and you don't really know any of the stuff I'm talking about here, you don't really know how to get all technical, one of the best things that you can do for these businesses is sell them things like yard signs or physical things that you can do to market their business in the real world. This is typically in putting like signage down or going door to door to do some type of marketing like that. I only recommend that if you're like a really young cat and you don't really know what I'm talking about with these higher level topics. Start with something that's a little bit more your route. I was only 13 years old when I started my first agency, and I was doing similar games as well. So you can definitely do that too. Now, the next one, of course, is e-commerce brands. Now, in 2026, e-commerce brands are still needing a lot of paid ads. They also have a high demand for things on Snapchat and TikTok. So the niche prints money because they already believe in paid acquisition. It's like one of the core tenets of these types of brands. So they don't have a lot of convincing. Now, what does need convincing is, can you run the ad successfully? They typically have a little bit of churn tolerance, which means that if you can do pretty well, for a while, they will stay with you for a long time. They're also willing to pay you retainers for management. Always ask for retainers when you're servicing e-commerce. Always ask for retainers when you service e-com. Clear attribution and measurability is how you get paid, so make sure that you're tracking everything that you do. But of course, when that works, they throw more money at you. If you can do media buying at a very high level with creative strategy and UGC production, this involves finding and managing influencers to post and get a product and make great content. You can also get paid for that as well. Now, if you're more on the TikTok shop side, keep in mind so many brands are trying to pivot here, but they have got no idea how, and there's very few people in their corner trying to get them to do it. So make sure that you set up an agency that is fully TikTok focused, okay? If you're getting into the TikTok shop industry, getting into the agency around TikTok, stay focused on that one thing. Do not deviate and start doing Facebook ads and Google ads. Stay very focused on TikTok, because if you build an agency around it, it can absolutely become your highest trust vertical. Now, on the retention side, if you're somebody that's a CRO type cat, you want to get people who can, you want to get clients who are looking for ways to monetize their email list. Klaviyo is still the way to do it. Invest your time and knowledge into learning the tool and understanding how to actually make great emails that people purchase from. Now, again, with landing page CRO and, A/B testing, if you're going to be doing, retention optimization, these are the types of sales that can typically go into the $10,000 range. They require much more specific areas of learning, which means that your level of expertise will have to raise, but that is still one of the best ways to make money in 2026. Number 4 is B2B SaaS companies, okay? B2B SaaS companies. Software companies that are being funded by VC capital right now are typically in the AI niche. Just be aware of that. But they're trying to prove growth rate, not sales. So if you can prove that they have a lot of people that are coming to the platform to do free trials, test a product, or just get an account on a particular SaaS, you can get paid for that at the very lowest level. If they can attribute the data back to you, meaning that the growth that you're creating through ads or through content marketing strategy. Also, forums are a really great way to market SaaS. You can, of course, get paid even higher amounts of money. They have to spend the marketing budgets, okay? So if they get some amount of VC capital, they have to spend that money, which means that you can typically ask for really ridiculous project vertical sizes. So that's something to be aware of. Now, I don't love it as much anymore, but coaches, course creators, and info product businesses are still great, because if they have a course or content on WAP or some other platform, you can run paid ads for them and help them grow their business. Now, a lot of this type of product can be, in the gray area. It's not a very good product. So make sure that you vet whoever you're working with first. That way your reputation doesn't get harmed in the process. The niche still prints money because the product margins are so fucking high. As you know, it's like 80 to 95% if you're running a good info offer. But they already have the content assets. A lot of these are personal brands, so you can just piggyback off of what already exists, not have to have an uphill battle of building new content. Plus, with performance being easily measurable in a Facebook ads database, you can obviously help a brand scale and get attributed for it. The most important thing is that if they are paying you, they want to know that you're the one that's creating the result. And when the audience is massive and fast and growing, like the education market is, it's exceeding $400 billion, you can make a lot of money doing this. Meta and YouTube ads work really well if you're good at building funnels, and I mean really good at building funnels, like not relying on AI all the way. You can get paid for that as well. Email, SMS, still great. Organic content repurposing, okay offer. Again, the main thing to look at here are things that are revenue inducing right away. So paid ads, affiliate systems, email, and SMS are the greatest ways to make money here. Number 6 is professional services. If you can help a local business like a law firm, an accounting firm, or a consulting firm find better clients that pay higher money, you are worth a lot to that company. So operate like a CMO would in those companies. A lot of them don't have a ton of marketing infrastructure, especially if they're more old school. So the things I would pitch would be Google Ads, website redesign, a really well thought out LinkedIn strategy, or just paid ads overall, or even purchasing emergency keywords. You know, if people are looking for an injury lawyer, they're going to be searching very specific key phrases into Google. And so if you can help a law firm adopt those key phrases into their SEO strategy or ads buying strategy, you are going to be very profitable for that company to hire. The last is 7. Is franchise owners. These are people who own multiple units of some type of business. Today we're looking at hair salons or fitness studios of any kind, F45, Orange Theory, anything like that is very profitable in 2026 because you can help them get recurring revenue in the door. You can make a lot of money per client. So this is really great. And because you can work with one business, you can work with all of them. You can template your delivery across multiple people. And so that allows you to do multi-location pitches. Again, what we're looking for here are geofenced ads, local SEO, and location-specific social media management. If you can also help people launch new locations, that's also equally valuable. That's it for this list. That's it for today. And of course, if you are somebody who has a desire to start an agency in 2026, I recommend that you pick 1 or 2 of these niches. Find the ones that work most synonymous with who you are and what you want to do, how you want to show up as an agency operator. And of course, if you want help building your agency, book a call with me in the link below. I would love to talk to you about your agency. I've helped scale over 400 agencies since 2015. I still continue to do this every single day. I work as a back-end operator, build systems, products, and offers for agencies, and I would love to talk about yours. So if you want help, please feel free to book a free call with me. My name is Jackson, and I would love to chat with you.